Have you ever noticed how some women don't flirt in a direct way? Instead, they check your awareness quietly, especially when you are a man over 50. Women act differently around you. They do not want to appear needy. They do not want to seem too easy. So, they ask certain things instead. And here is what most men do not understand. A woman who feels drawn to an older man will almost always ask two very specific questions. It is like a message hidden in plain sight. Men over 50 often think they are invisible to younger women or even women their own age. But the truth is completely different. Mature men are often more attractive than ever when they actually understand female behavior. The real problem isn't women. It is misunderstanding. It is moving through life thinking she is just being nice when she was actually inviting you in. Women rarely show interest openly. They test your emotional calm, your presence, and your ability to notice small details. Feminine psychology works in subtle ways. And when a woman begins to view you as someone she can trust emotionally, physically, and intimately, her energy shifts from casual talk to intentional curiosity. She begins asking questions designed to reveal three things: your strength as a man, whether you are steady or insecure, your emotional and practical availability, and your awareness, meaning whether you can recognize genuine interest. This is exactly when the two key questions appear. But to understand why they matter so much, you need to see the psychological truth behind them. Many men over 50 expect clear, simple signs because they were raised in a time when people spoke more directly. But women today, even mature women, express interest in a different way. They do not say, "I am attracted to you. I want to get closer." Instead, they explore. Women often ask carefully chosen questions to see whether you are a man they can move toward without feeling rejected, because here is the quiet feminine fear, especially with older men: if she shows her interest too clearly, she worries he will think she is needy. So she hides her attraction inside curiosity. She places it in questions that look harmless to a man who isn't paying attention. And if you do not notice them, she usually won't repeat the offer. Women rarely present the same emotional invitation twice. Feminine psychology is layered. Women use questions the way men use actions. When a man is drawn to someone, he offers help, direction, or support. When a woman is drawn to someone, she asks a question that hints at closeness. There are endless questions a woman might ask in daily life, but only two appear consistently when she is gently exploring intimacy with a mature man. First, recognize something important. She does not ask because she is trying to pry into your life. She asks because she wants to sense your emotional warmth. She wants to feel, is he calm? Is he steady? Is he open to my energy? Does he stand in his masculine or hide behind politeness? These questions are not about information. They are about connection. They create a small pull between you and her. Think of them as emotional bridges she places carefully to see whether you step onto them with presence. And when you do, everything shifts. Most men respond to these questions at face value. But a wiser, more grounded man understands the deeper meaning behind her words. Because when she asks them, she isn't collecting data. She is checking alignment. She is checking your awareness. When a woman is drawn to you, she does not need you to show off money or strength. She needs to feel that you are conscious, present, and calm. These two questions matter because they are not random curiosity. They are invitations. The first question, do you spend a lot of time alone? It sounds harmless, but it's not. It is her way of asking, is there room for me in his world? Is he open or closed off? Women ask it in different forms. Do you usually go out alone? You seem like a man who likes solitude. Is that true? Are you just doing your own thing lately? This question is never about loneliness. It is about access. A woman asks it only when she has already pictured herself somewhere near your life. She is trying to learn whether you are welcoming or emotionally unavailable. If she did not feel anything for you, she would not care how you spend your time. Most men reply too literally, yes, I am alone a lot, or no, not really. But a steady man hears the meaning behind it. She is checking your openness. To answer in a way that builds attraction, stay balanced, calm, and open, but never needy. Say something like, I enjoy my space, but I am always open to good company, or I like my routines, but I'm open to someone who adds something meaningful. This does two things at once. It tells her you are emotionally open without being desperate, and it gently hints that she might be someone you could let into your life. This tone is exactly what women want, open but not empty, receptive but not needy, strong without being cold. When you respond this way, she feels warmth, possibility, and emotional safety. The second question, what are you looking for these days? This question is never casual. It is not small talk. It is a woman exploring you as a romantic option. If she felt nothing for you, she would never risk asking something so direct. It feels too personal and too intimate. Women save this question for men they see as potentially meaningful. She may phrase it differently. What direction are you moving in? What are you focusing on lately? What do you want at this stage of life? Women ask this to understand your inner direction. For a woman to open herself to a mature man, she needs to sense that he knows who he is. He knows what he wants. He is not wandering through life or stuck in old stories. He moves with intention. This question helps her see, is this man's life headed somewhere I could walk toward? Does he have purpose? Is he the type of man I could trust with my vulnerability? Men who answer too literally don't realize they are breaking the moment. When a man says, I am just looking for peace, or I am taking each day as it comes, she hears drifting. And women do not invest themselves in men who drift. If you want to answer with masculine clarity, you do not need a long explanation. You only need direction. You can say something like, I am building a simpler, stronger chapter with the right people, or I am looking for connection that feels natural, not forced, or I am focusing on living with intention and meaningful moments. These kinds of responses show you are moving, not stuck. They show emotional clarity, and they open a quiet space where she can imagine herself fitting into your direction. This is powerful for a woman. It gives her proof that you are not emotionally asleep. Because here is something most men over 50 never fully realize. Women want a man who is alive inside, not just physically present, but emotionally awake. These two questions are deeply connected. When she asks, do you spend a lot of time alone, she is measuring your openness. When she asks, what are you looking for these days, she is measuring your direction. The logic is simple. A man who is open and moving with purpose creates emotional pull. He becomes someone worth leaning into. Women do not need perfection. They need clarity. Clarity gives safety, and safety awakens desire. Picture this in a real-life moment. You are talking with a woman. The conversation feels smooth. There is ease, almost a soft tension. She laughs a little more than needed. She looks at you with warmth. Then she asks, so, do you spend a lot of time alone? This is her first emotional step towards you. It is her opening the door slightly. If you respond with presence, she feels encouraged. Later, she asks, what are you looking for at this stage of your life? This is her second step. This is her deciding if she should go deeper. If you answer with clarity, she feels possibility. If you answer with uncertainty, she retreats. Men think these moments are random, but they are not. They are emotional checkpoints. And women almost never ask these two questions to a man they do not feel something for. Here is what you must never forget. A woman who wants intimacy will not say it openly. She will not confess it. She will ask two questions. 1. Are you open emotionally? Do you spend a lot of time alone? 2. Are you emotionally alive and directed? What are you looking for these days? These questions are not about your plans. They are about your energy. When you notice them, you enter the moment with presence. When you fail to notice them, the moment disappears. Women rarely offer the same emotional invitation twice. When they open a door, it is only once. If you remember just one thing, let it be this: a woman does not test your words. She tests your presence and awareness. If you can recognize the questions she uses to signal desire, you will never again wonder whether a woman is interested in you.